Visit for East Tennessee as President Donald Trump comes to Johnson City.
It's one stop on his midterm campaign tour. The president planning to hold a Make America Great Again rally and raise money for Marsha Blackburn's U.S. Senate bid. Now, we've been following the turnout for you. Some people camping out overnight to get into the event, carrying signs in support of the president and his Supreme Court nominee, Judge Brett Kavanaugh. The gathering has also drawn vendors offering merchandise featuring the president and his slogan, Make America Great Again.
We have sent WATE 6 on your side reporter Blake Stevens to Johnson City to cover the president's visit. Live coverage tonight. Blake joins us from inside Freedom Hall. So Blake, tell us about the crowd gathered for this rally and talk about the importance of the president's visit here.
Hey, Lori. Hey, Bo. Yeah, what a crowd. And this crowd seems to be getting louder as the night progresses. And you would think they would be tired. Many of them, as you mentioned, were out here before the sun come up. Some of them out here last night sleeping so that they could secure a spot inside Freedom Hall. But, you know, a big part of tonight is the midterm elections, which are 36 days away. And a key race that the president, along with the Republican Party, have their eyes on is the race for U.S. Senate, the race between Marsha Blackburn and Phil Bredesen. The Democratic Party only needs to pick up 2 seats to flip the Senate and make it a Democratic majority. So the president is hoping that his favorability in Tennessee will help Marsha Blackburn out in November.
Those red Make America Great Again hats, they're all over Johnson City today as President Trump makes his way to Freedom Hall to address some of his most enthusiastic supporters.
I hope he takes away the love and the support that we as Tennesseans and all other people that come from other states, that we're here to give him, and we want him to succeed. We want him to make our country great again.
The president likely to spend much of the night rounding up votes for his pick to replace outgoing U.S. Senator from Tennessee, Bob Corker, Marsha Blackburn. Scott Bennett says the president's endorsement is enough for him.
I tend to think that, you know, if I like the president's agenda and I want to see him accomplish the things that I'd like to see him accomplish, then I got to put people in the Congress and the Senate that are going to be able to move his agenda forward. I don't want deadlock in Congress and the Senate.
Tim Thomas also supporting Marsha Blackburn because he says it will help the president get things done.
We need as many Republicans in the key leadership spots in the Senate and the Congress so that President Trump can get his agenda passed.
Well, you guys may remember Vice President Mike Pence was just in Knoxville. He made the comment that Tennessee, this U.S. Senate race, could be the race that determines whether it's the Republicans in power in the Senate or the Democratic Party. Guys, the president, as you mentioned, will be here in less than an hour now. One of the topics that will undoubtedly get mentioned tonight is his nominee for Supreme Court and that investigation surrounding him right now. We'll be listening for that. You can watch. Of course, we'll be live streaming this on our Facebook, and we'll be bringing you updates throughout the night. Reporting live in Johnson City, Blake Stevens, WATE 6 on your side.
All right, thank you so much, Blake. And we should point out, you know, this is the 6th rally that the president has held in Tennessee and the 1st in Johnson City.
Yes, let's take a moment now and look at video from just about 30 minutes ago. Air Force One landing again in Johnson City at the Tri-Cities Airport. The president right now heading for the city's Freedom Hall, where our crew with Blake Stevens is right now, and all those folks getting ready for that rally, which again starts at 7 o'clock. Now, before he became President Trump, candidate Donald Trump made a high-profile visit to Knoxville. It was November of 2015. There was a rally at the Knoxville Convention Center. So what is the connection now between the president and East Tennessee? Why choose Johnson City for tonight's rally? We have team coverage. WATE 6 on your side reporter Elizabeth Kubel posing that question to our political analyst.
When a sitting president comes to town, no secret, that is big. And arguably, the smaller the city, the bigger the deal.
Johnson City's a smaller market, which will excite everybody in that area.
The Tri-Cities in general, traditionally bright red.
You've got 3 cities, one of them in Virginia, that are going to react to this.
President Donald Trump holding a rally in Johnson City, Tennessee Monday night. A move that fits, WATE political analyst George Corda says.
It makes sense from a political standpoint, both for Trump and for Marsha Blackburn. in this effort to get the Republican base fired up to go out and vote in the Senate election.
Congressman Blackburn running a tight race against former Tennessee Governor Phil Bredesen, both vying for a U.S. Senate seat. The current Senate holding a slight Republican majority.
Marsha Blackburn is more likely to cast votes in the Senate to support the Trump program than is Phil Bredesen, who is a Democrat.
Do keep in mind, just a little more than a week ago, Vice President Mike Pence came to Knoxville. That courtesying speaks volumes.
If Pence and Trump are here, it means the internal polling by the Republicans is showing this is uncomfortably close. Even if she's ahead, she's not ahead by enough to make them comfortable. You've got to get the people who should be voting for you to get out and actually vote for you. So you've got to get them motivated. And that is exactly why Trump is coming to East Tennessee. Marsha Blackburn very much needs him to motivate the Republican base.
All right, Elizabeth joins us now in the studio. Elizabeth, of course, we can expect President Trump to talk about and endorse Marsha Blackburn.
But what else does our political analyst now expect him to talk about tonight?
Well, Bo, as you heard from Blake there is a possibility, George also saying that the president could bring something up about Brett Kavanaugh, the Supreme Court nominee at the center of some highly publicized sexual assault allegations. Regardless, we don't have much longer to wait to find out what President Donald Trump does discuss. He is expected to address supporters in Johnson City in about an hour.
All right. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. And again, we've been expecting to see protesters. One group of Democrats expecting about 1,000 demonstrators to be in that area. And it's not clear just how many protesters are on hand, but our affiliate WJHL shared this video of demonstrators opposed to the president lining a section of the route from Freedom Hall as other people now filed toward the venue.
Again, that rally is